to our sponsor Lustcoins. I will talk about Lustcoins today too. So first of all, sorry we missed a few days. So I would love to be with you guys, but unfortunately for some unseen reason I couldn't. I got too busy with some other businesses. So I couldn't make it last few days. I am really sorry. So I hope you accept the apology, and I really hope that this video can make it up to you. Let's get on to the market to see what's happening with the obviously starting point of the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin done what I really was expecting to see last few days, finally. If we take a look at it on a higher time frame, probably daily, it's gonna tell us something like this. You can see that it break out from this one, but I was expecting to break out from the other one, because after this first breakout, we saw 3 days going down, 3 red candles, okay? And when it hit this support area around 59 something 60,000, then we saw a pushback and a big green candle up. So that was what I was expecting. And I think if you ask me, we are very close to get out of the wood. So I personally believe we are going to see another all-time high soon. That's my view. I was within the idea as soon as I saw this breakout, and I said sooner or later it's going to go up. Even though when it's fall from this at the beginning, I was expecting more fall, but you know, 58 500 actually kept the price very well and didn't go lower than that. So that was a very good bullish sign. So even though I know many people has told you that yeah, Bitcoin going to go down, we're going to see another bearish move, I told you no, and I think I was right. So I'm still waiting to see more upward movement here, and hopefully, let's just remove this. So this is daily, don't forget that. So if we want to make a flag for it, so like this, which consider most of it, and then we go up to this top, and then we bring it down to here, you can see obviously this is a breakout. And take a look at this from here, move up, flag, and now we're going down. How much we going up? Okay. This is what patterns tell us. Obviously, they are not 100% accurate, but close to accurate. So if we want to do that, we use this. From here to here, we go up something like 26,000. And if we think the same thing's going to happen here, we are expecting somewhere close to 83, 84, okay? Is that going straight up? Maybe, maybe not. What I'm seeing here right now is most likely before we get there, we see another pushback before we're going up. That's just a long-term prediction, not something which the TA says, but something which I think it's most likely to happen in the daily packages. So what I expect to see is something like that. We go up from there, we're coming down from there, we're going up, we do a small pullback maybe tomorrow or maybe the day after, then we go up. But before we get to that 84, probably somewhere close to 78 to 80, we see another pullback down to the 67 to 65 area, and then we go up probably somewhere close to 90. That's my prediction for this year, to be honest. I think by the end of this cycle we would land somewhere close to the 90. I think 100 is a bit out of a stretch. Maybe we reach it, but this year, I mean before Christmas, that's going to be a lot of stretch, to be honest, to just go from 60 to 100. That's a lot of additional money need to come to the market, which it is hard to get it. It is not really easy to get something like that money right now. So that was the Bitcoin in a long time frame. So if I want to bring it a little bit on a shorter time frame, like 4 hours, you can see still what I told you. How is that going to work? So if I'm going to remove this one, my prediction is more likely this, probably a little bit move down, going up, and then a little bit move down here before we're going up. Okay, and this is, sorry, I said less than 80, probably then something like this. And why I'm saying I don't think we are going to see 84 straight up, it's again this area, something around the 80, somewhere close to the 80, this area. It's a profit-taking area. Many people who bought Bitcoins under 60, maybe even under 40, they consider it a very good area to taking their profit out. And it's why I'm saying most likely we get to this point, and before we passing that point, we are going to see some sort of a little bit of correction before we continue moving up. If we take a look at some of the indicators as we discussed before, let's take a look at the Bollinger Band. You see the Bollinger Band right now, it's showing that in the 4 hours we get out of the band, and as soon as we saw this, we expect to see probably a red candle in and another red candle down, which are going to make this pullback. And then after that, I expect a good rally up. So we see a price going up. And again, if I want to remind you about how Bollinger Band works, as remember we said, when the price getting out of the Bollinger Band, then we see a correction on the different direction. Here you go, we get out of it, then we saw a correction up, we get out of it, we get a correction up, we get out of it here, we get a correction up, and now we are out of it by the top. So I expect a bit of correction here, which we call it pullback, retest, whatever you want to call it, and then I expect to see another rally up. So that's how I see the Bitcoin at the moment. Let's go take a look at the BTCD or Bitcoin dominance. Same things. You can see as soon as the Bitcoin price going up with a big green candle, you see the dominance going up. The good thing is it's not going up by far, which telling us market got a little bit more mature now. So it's not like as soon as BTC try to going up, people selling their alts and go and invest in BTC like before, which is a good sign. If we take this to the daily, which I normally check Bitcoin dominance in a daily, you remember last time we talked, it's fall from here, and I said I expect to getting it down here. I still expect more downward trend. We might not go drastically straight down because the BTC price obviously going up, but I expect slowly we see some range down, and probably after BTC hit its all-time high, it's the time which we see BTC dominance probably get closer to 40, even less than 40. And that's the time I expect to see Ethereum start its move. And normally when Ethereum start the moving, Ethereum is leading the altcoins market. And that's where I think we might see, possibly after Christmas, some sort of alt season or whatever so-called alt season. I don't know if it's still a things to say it's alt season or not, but a time frame that even though the BTC price is ranging or whatever, we can see a very, very bullish trends on most of altcoin, lead by Ethereum. So that was BTC and BTC dominance. 2 or 3 days ago, it was a very big news in regards to Metaverse that Facebook decided to change their branding to the new brand of the Meta. And obviously, as part of that project, it was few blockchain coins which been involved, which I shared the idea of which coins are they with you guys, and all of them actually blowed so hard. I think the biggest one was Mana, obviously, which we're going to check it right here, right now. So you see what has happened as soon as the news came. The price gone from something close to 1.2 to almost $5. So 400% in probably less than a day. And then the prices start doing some corrections. Now getting very close to the top of the trend line of the triangle or flag or whatever you want to call it here. Still need to just see a little bit of more bullish movement. Anything above something like 3.75, it can somehow guarantee the movement towards 5, and the next one is actually close to $6. I still think Mana got a lot of room to go. Where so many people ask me where should we buy, I told them around 2.5, which you can see here. This is an hourly thing, hourly time frame, and I'm talking about I told them something like 2 days ago, and even in a 4 hours time frame, you can see the candle get close to 2.56. Yeah, very close to this Fibonacci support. So that worked very well, I think. So good luck for the people who bought. And yeah, I think the people who bought it here are even, they don't need my good luck. They're already lucky. So they should be in a huge profit. So that was about the Mana. Second coin, which I was expecting to blow, obviously, was Sand. Sand got the same platform, which is working with Metaverse and Meta. So that was expected to see some sort of move like this. And if I make this 4 hours, you can see obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has done its 5 waves, but still I think it's got a little bit of room to go to probably settle around 3.78. Sorry, 3.38, not 7. 3.38, and above that, close to $4, to be honest. It is where I think we might see Sand soon. The movement was huge. Again, we see one impulsive move gone to 2.4, couldn't actually close any candle above the Fibonacci, which again show us how important it is to use these Fibonacci levels when we are going to set our targets. Then coming down to the support, again very close to the top of the Fibonacci support. Then another movement, couldn't pass it on the first break, and on the second break it's breaking out. Now again making another flag. So in a 1 hour time frame, if we take a look at it, you can see it's a clear bull flag here. How is that going to work? I don't know. It's a short time frame. So in a shorter time frame, the flags and the patterns are not 100% accurate as the longer time frame, but still it's telling us it is pretty much bullish though. So I think Sand, it was a good investment for the people who bought it somewhere close to here, around 1.6, 1.7. And now, are we still going to invest on it? Is that late? Is that early? I don't know. I personally think it's close to the end of its cycle for a while. So maybe the last chance to get close to this area, close to $4.2 or something like that. But going beyond that, maybe it happens. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the risk versus reward is too high for me to enter right now. So but it was a very good run, very, very good and interesting run. The third coin which we discussed was obviously ENJ. ENJ done a great jobs too. Similar things with the news about the Facebook and the other works with the ENJ doing. So it has started from somewhere here, 1.7, gone beyond 3.5, almost doubled. couldn't keep the price, came down to the support area, again break it out. But as you can see, it made something like a double top, which is a bit scary. So if I make this something like this, so it almost looks like a double top. So if I just bring this together, you can see how this worked. So in a daily, if we want to take a look at it in a daily, pretty much we can see a W form shaped, somewhere close, up, down, up. Okay, this is a W shape which has happened. So now it's retraced down a bit to this area. How far are we going to get retracement before we're moving up? I don't know. I think this trend might be a bit helpful because this is a trend which they originally start the bullish movement, break down, and again just get back above it. So if I'm going to consider it a time or a place for seeing how far we're going to go, I think this might work like this. Hit here, go above this, retest this, and go up. How far are we going to go up? Okay, I'm going to show you how we use the Fibonacci's. Okay, remove drawings. So one of the best tools to use about the levels, supports, and resistance is using the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, for Fibonacci retracement, we normally use one trend before the previous trend like this. We use it from the top to the bottom, and it tells us exactly all the levels. Okay, and the point is that when you do that, in the retracement, you can set some Fibonacci levels like 1.618 and 2.618, which tells you if it goes beyond the previous high, how far it goes. Here, the previous high is all-time high. So if it goes beyond that, the next target is around $6. So if it, at the moment it's trading around $3, but if it can stable the price above that trend line, which I showed you, and have another rally up, the next target will be something close to $6. That's obviously ENG. The next coin, which I promised to talk to you about, was ADA. Be honest, I'm not a fan of ADA. I personally found the previous bull run for ADA towards the $3 was a fake run. Why I'm calling it fake run? Because yeah, they engage so many social workers, so many YouTubers, and it was a lot of hype around it rather than real, rather than really real things about it. And why I'm bearish on ADA, you can see it on the chart. So pretty obvious. Fall from the trend under the big resistance here and couldn't get up. So how far it's going to go down, I don't know. I really don't know. It tried to make a little bit of, movement to break again and stable itself about 1.1, 1.2, but unsuccessful. Even though when the market is bullish, ADA is not doing great. So I'm not very bullish on it. Let's be absolutely honest. You can somehow, if you want to take a look at it and you want to consider it very bullishly, very, very bullishly, you have to see this as something like this, and then consider this something like this and say, all right, that's a possibility. That's look like a flag, and we get here and get out of it. Yes, that's a possibility, but that possibility, it's not going to be confirmed until the price get out of this triangle and pass this bit of resistance. So I'm not going close to ADA under $2 or sorry 2.06 under any circumstances, because I still feeling it's bearish. So that's how I see ADA. If we want to implement some of the tools which we discussed with the Bollinger Band, you see it's on the lower part of the band. We expect it to just maybe close to here, go a little bit high. Obviously Bitcoin going high, so this can go a little bit higher, but still I'm not really positive that it can break this resistance. That was about that one. And if I want to use the retracement, I mean the Fibonacci retracement for this latest one, as you can see, this is the latest. This is the top, which is previous all-time high. This is the bottom. And if I open it up a bit and go to the 4 hours time frame, you can see very clearly that there is a Fibonacci resistance around 2.1, which, as I said, that's the area, something between 2 to 2.1, which is the very big resistance area right now in front of it. And I'm not going to go close it unless the candle close above it and confirm and stable the price above 2.1. So that was about the ADA. Another coin, which I think I was talking about it several times before recently in a few months' time, and I always introduced it as a very long time good investment, is audio. Audio built on a music platform. I think the last time we saw a very big move up from it was when actually they announced partnership with TikTok, and it made a huge triangle of accumulation. And now first impulse out, good pullback on the support, and now get out. So it is a very good bullish sign to me. So how far it's going to go, we can check it. We can check it on this. Most likely this is going to make something like a flag here. You want to enter, you should enter somewhere above this Fibonacci, which is 266. Probably you can put an order about 275 or something like that. Right now it's 275. You can put around 27, something like that. Expect that to break out of this, go up, retest, go above this, retest, and keep going up. And the final target for it is about $4, which is the previous all-time high. And the next one obviously is 5.5. So this is what we can expect from audio to see. And considering the time of the accumulation, I expect a good rally up. To be honest, it should go up very good. Let's wait and see how it's going to work. Next one we're gonna test for you is Dodo. Let's take a look at Dodo. Dodo is one of my favorites because I think it's going to have a good future. In a short time frame, it looked like a breakout. This is 1 hour, so as I said, very short time frames. We don't really consider them very valid, but they're doing the job. So you can see this trend line, it's broken out, small retest, and now it looks like it's moving towards $2 from 1.78. But if we want to take a look at it in a high time frame, in 4 hours, obviously we see something like this. When it was here, I told you guys that the target is around 2.3. Why? Because exactly of this movement. You can see wave up, accumulation, and wave up. So this is another movement which we see in Dodo in a 1-day time frame. What do we have? In the 1-day time frame, we can say it was a movement like this. Let me just remove all the drawings. And especially what you can see here is very good impulsive move up, okay? And accumulating area here, the price accumulated. So if we take this out and put it somewhere here, it takes you somewhere close to 2.6, somewhere which can be a good target for it. But don't forget, we have few resistance in the line. So obviously this is one resistance. You can see here worked as a support, now working as a resistance. It looked like it's going to break it here today. And then there is another one here and another top there, something like this. So to see how it's behaved to this, and the target obviously going to be 2.58, 2.6, something like that. But Dodo is on top of this trend line too, so as long as it's above this trend, it's pretty much safe. Even though if it can't break it and have another go at this trend and then go up, still is fine. I think it's not too bad for an investment, considering the previous all-time high was how much, $10, and now it's less than $2. So yeah, if it get any chance to get even half of the all-time high, still it's going to be 300% profit. One of the other coins we discussed still there was MIR, which clearly about the MIR, I told you guys the breakout has happened before. So it was a very, very big accumulation phase, as you can see here. Sorry, it's 1 hour. I have to change the time frame. So you can see it in a 4-hour time frame. From there to here, finally it's breakout, okay? It's got a huge all-time high of 12. Now it's only $3. So here we go. That wave up, one wave down. Now breakout of this one is happened too. If it break out of this, obviously we're going to see the first target as 4.1. So I'm still bullish on MIR, to be honest. I know it has done a lot of accumulation, but considering the market and current situation, I told the guys to buy around 2.8, so it's 3.15. I still can see a huge potential. If it break out, see something like this, get out of here, retest the first target 4.5. Sorry, 4.15. And that's it about the MIR. Last coin which we want to talk about is QNT. Another favorite coin of mine. It has done a lot of accumulation. It gone to almost $420, and it's a very, very long time accumulating here. So we really, really, really need to see the price getting above 300 and stable above 300 so we can see a movement up. First target would be 454 and potential to go above 500. So be mindful of QNT if it's just a stabilize above 300, and that would be a good entry for you guys. All right, I think that was it for today. We just checked a few coins, and I think we had a good opportunity to talk about the market. Just to add to whatever I said at the beginning in regards to the Lustcoin, still things going forward very well. There is a very, very exciting news that finally they come to an agreement with the first exchange to get them listed. So I can't name it because it's not official yet, but as soon as it's official, they're going to announce it. But I know it very positively. The negotiation gone through tonight, and almost they get to the signing the contracts and everything's happening. But I think everything's going to be done and dusted tomorrow. They can't name it, obviously, but yeah, soon everybody going to know, and that listing in a one of the top 100 exchange, centralized exchange, it's going to really be game changer for them. I saw the price this morning, looked super cheap to me. I'm gonna buy a little bit if I can find more cash. obviously it's a very good time to buying. It's you know, always saying buy in a dip, sell in a high. So I think it's one of the last times we ever gonna see Lustcoin in these prices. So it's a good opportunity if you want to fill your bag with Lustcoins too. You can do that. Thank you everyone for your time. I hope whatever I mentioned in this session can be helpful for you. Don't forget to write comments, ask questions, go to the TA channel, whatever you need, and just, you know, help us to improve these sessions. I have to apologize for yesterday, which I missed the session again, and I hope it's not happen again, and we keep having these sessions every day. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.